Heck yeah. Oh,
I might make a hat.
dude.
I'm thinking about taking it out of here.
Well, I would say you should. Alex will probably try to get the meat off that thing, honestly. Alex, that's a clean looking dog, too.
Dude, that's a good looking guy, dude. Horrible shot.
Hey, it worked.
You ever skinned one?
Hell yeah.
I kind of want to make a hat. Is it a pain to skin them?
Not when they're warm.
So if we like do it right here.
Yeah, but you don't want to wait an hour because he'll be so tough you will go get him off.
He didn't want to stop. He did, but it took about 30 seconds.
The first one I shot was back in the 80s. And I that's before I even knew they were in the country. And it looked to be a wolf to me back in them days. We won't leave no time we'll have her skinned out.
I appreciate it.
Right now, this is kind of what you consider the dressing work, getting it started.
Okay.
The pulling will come here in a minute.
I've cleaned a lot of animals with that thing. Zach's elk, Jake's elk, a mule deer.
And I want to get that off of there because that ain't going to help your hide none. Keeping it on there. You smell like an old dirty wet dog. You skinned one yet, Ben?
No. I don't think I've ever hit one.
Usually the coyotes I'm working have been packed out.
I've never skinned anything to save it, you know?
It doesn't really matter because a cut like this, you can take that from the inside and sew it up. And
Yeah.
It ain't going to be no big deal.
Yeah. You cut up the inside of the leg, right?
Yeah. Now the tail.
You do to the tail, yeah.
See that?
I about got pissed on.
Oh, jeez. I didn't see it. I thought
Some
you
bitch was under pressure. I'm glad I jumped because it could have been in my mouth.
Squirted right up there.
Yeah, I did. Now in the tail area, I call it a wiggler. There's a wiggler in there. And that's basically the joint that you have to go through to avoid bone.
Okay.
And that's what it kind of does. It's kind of the wiggler of the thing. So sometimes it's about a half inch above. Just gotta find it. It's like a joint.
There it is.
Yep, that's a wiggler. All right, now I'm gonna pull. So keep Yeah, make sure you pull against me.
It's one of the wilder things I've experienced.
I'll hold and somebody pull her up higher.
You gonna take the back straps in?
If
It tastes like a damn skunk.
Alex was talking about eating it.
That's on that. That's gonna. I mean, actually, it'll taste like skunk.
You tried it?
No,
I just know better.
I just know better.
And then you just leave the whole skull in there then?
No.
You got a trick for that too, huh?
Yeah. It's not that too terrible bad. I'm having a hell of a time with today. And
Get squirted on?
about had a fountain piss. Yeah, that's one thing about a coyote.
Bleed?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, my
For
God,
some
look at
reason.
that. Wow, it really just sleeves off of there like that.
So right here, that bumps your ear.
How do you cut those?
Straight down.
So you just find the eyelid right there and go right around the front of it?
Yep.
Huh. If we can get it rolled up or whatever, I can throw this in my pack and make it out.
I'll take it out.
Yep.
I imagine we'll probably roll it up nice,
Yeah.
and then I'll freeze it, put it on ice on the way home, and then straight to the...
Okay. You just gonna do a full?
Dude, I'm gonna have it made into a sick hat.
Really?
Could have had a rug.
I don't know what you do.
I don't know if I would do it if I want a hat or a rug, but
Yeah.
either one would be cool.
There it is.
Yeah. There it is indeed.
Do I leave it inside out?
Nope.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably
flip
don't want it sticking leaves and such.
Yeah, and I said, this totally looks like a guy that would cook and eat a coyote. That's Al's look.
I'm still really baffled by why people never try it. They're killing them.
Because they can't get past the smell.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but it's also like, I also think there is like a taste to venison that like a lot of people don't enjoy, but you get used to it. And like I've eaten a lot of venison, so like I I don't dislike that taste, but it has a flavor that like.
Oh, I love deer. I don't actually like eating a lot of cattle. I don't know
People
why.
eat other carnivores. It's not like it's a carnivore thing. Bear.
People eat raccoon. I'm actually gonna cook a beaver soon.
Oh yeah?
You ever smelled a deer when you shoot it in the guts? That was Mike's dough.
Oh, she was bad.
If you're going by
You shot
smell, I
all
wouldn't
the
want
guts
to eat
on that
any of
one.
that because that made my farts smell for a day. Like that.
I can confirm that.
And this is gonna be my first yellow dog pen.
Our yellow pens for you, just harvest.
Keith does it. That's why I started doing it.
So I'm the old guy that just puts all this shit on Facebook, huh? Yeah, hell, we're gonna do it right.
Yeah, that's the piece that you would want to eat. And
That-
the Instapot is your best bet.
That meat's still probably gonna be the best cut off of it.
Dude, when I get my hat back,
Yeah, I'm excited to see
I'll post a
that.
picture of it. I'll drop it off at the Tanner probably tonight.
There you go.
See, what people here are calling a nasty dog. I'm probably gonna pressure cook
Hey, I've
most of
actually-
this. That's what I've been doing with venison even. Instant pot, a lot of pressure, a lot of heat for a long time, and it just falls apart into what you think of a shredded beef. They want me to do some just straight up steak of it, so I'll give it a shot, but I am no steak cooker even with venison, so we'll see. I don't think it's gonna be bad. Everybody says it's gonna be absolute garbage, so hey, how am I gonna know if they're right or wrong if I don't eat it?
It is the last day of gun season. We just got back to Ben's place. If you saw in the last video, Colin shot a coyote on one of our drives and we kept a little bit of the meat. Colin kept the hide. He's gonna make a hat, which I'm pretty excited to see. And we got some meat here that we're gonna throw into a pressure cooker here.
Against all encouragement by others, like my dad.
A lot of people seem to just say that it's bad meat, but since we had the coyote, we figured why waste the meat that is just hanging on a tree after we skinned it. So we kept a little bit of the meat and we're gonna prepare it very similarly to the way we do venison in the pressure cooker and roast and stuff.
With the difference being that we have a special request from Mike P that we need to do some of it just straight steak. Salt and pepper is the only allowable spices. Can't be masking it is what we were told.
So we're gonna do the meat taste and then we're gonna prep it the way we do venison and see if it would just work as kind of an entree. I don't know what to expect. I'm looking forward to it. I think we're all looking forward to trying it. We've all wanted to try it for a long time.
The meat looks like meat.
Yeah, the meat looks good. What do we have? Backstrap and a couple hindquarters. Yeah, we're just gonna throw it in right here. This kitchen is a little bit jam-packed, but I'm sure Ben would apologize for that. And yeah, we're feeling pretty exhausted from, I know I did 10 miles today.
Dog will run.
We're definitely feeling it. But we got enough time to cook some meat up and do a little taste test. And for now, we're gonna prep it and get it in the pressure cooker.
The thing you can't see in the video is actually the odor in here.
These things are putting off some nasty odors.
It's good because it'll actually make that smell. It's
Good.
Yeah.
You know you can see.
How's that for a dog strap?
Merry Christmas, folks.
Yep.
Alright, we're gonna throw a little butter in here.
Per Mike P's request. Butter, salt, and pepper is all we're gonna do, Mike.
Yep. Well, there's actually olive oil in there,
But yeah, we cheese it a little bit.
get that butter rolling in there. Throw a little salt and pepper in just to season the pan.
The steaks are on the oven right now. I feel like as a disclaimer, we have to say that we aren't just professional steak cookers by any means. So it's gonna be a matter of seeing whether or not that stuff is actually really cooked correctly, but we will try it regardless.
All right, we're gonna throw in the Instant Pot. And then we got our pan full of yoke meat. A little bit of water already in there. Alex said we're gonna want put our sauce in, and then just enough water to kind of get it up to a boil. We've got hickory brown sugar and honey chipotle, and then a little liquid smoke. I don't think that'll hurt. It's kind of how we do all of our shredded pork or whatever. Sauce. Well, with those, we're gonna throw a little liquid smoke in. I feel like you can easily overdo this stuff. I'm just trying to do a few drops. Yeah, pressure high. That's pretty much all there is to it. And we give it, honestly, just like at 40. See how it looks. We might be able to pull it apart a little bit at that point, just kind of depending on how big the pieces are. I'm hopeful for it. Meat looks like meat.
Well, I guess we're kind of good to try this stuff then, huh?
We have a disclaimer. There's a buttload of butter in there.
All the way through.
I mean, it's got a little bit of a scent at first. The butter overwhelms everything.
Oh, yeah.
A little tough.
Not terribly. I would not be
be.
able to guess if this is coyote if I was eating this. Yeah, it's not bad at all, really.
No.
Throw that with some pasta or something.
I hear what you're saying with like just a little bit of a taste, but I do not dislike it at all.
Yeah.
Dude, like venison has a flavor. And like a lot of people who have never eaten it would consider it gamey. I think every meat just has a flavor. It's flaking apart nicely. Like these strings
Kind of makes
pull
me pumped
apart.
for the Instapot stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we said the scale is from complete poop to I'm gonna shoot more coyotes now.
So, no. So one would be like, this is terrible. I never even want to try it again. I would tell people never to try it. Pretty much where Mike P is at right now. 10 is like, I'm just gonna go hunt coyotes and just eat them all the time now.
Based off this, I would say like a solid 8. I wouldn't say that I'm gonna go try and hunt coyotes over hunting deer. I'm not about to say something like that. But I will say that if I'm ever around somebody who kills a coyote or I kill one, I'm definitely pulling meat.
I would say 8.
Yeah,
Ground
right
8.
on there. If you ground this up, I don't know that you would tell
Yeah.
the difference in the ground meat.
It's actually kind of good.
I know.
We got 8s all around on the skillet stuff. The score's pretty good, Mike. You gotta try this stuff out.
Thanks, Colin.
Thanks, Colin. Probably gonna put this camera down and clean myself up a little bit, and then here we'll loop it back around to this pressure cooker and see how that tastes. I'm expecting 9s out of that.
Mix everything shredded beef.
Just hopped out of the shower. Alex is ripping up round 1 of coyote meat right now, saying it looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's already coming apart. 40 minutes in here. Already started ripping. It's really coming apart.
Oh yeah. That was 40 minutes we just did right there.
Yep, high pressure. I'm thinking maybe just give it a little bit more at high pressure just to get it the rest of the way falling apart. But then at that point, just have it on like keep warm and leave it open. Kind of just cook off some of that moisture. I like to do that a lot so it's not like a soupy stew, but more like a saucy.
Cool. Yeah. Get her back on. We already got some shredded yote there.
Yeah.
Ben's over here going through some of our video from the weekend.
They're pretty funny.
What do you guys say we try this? It's pretty late now. We've been up for a while and brains are functioning pretty slowly. Pretty good looking. Kind of just looks like shredded venison.
Smells like domestic dog.
Oh, it smells like labradoodle.
I'll do a test. I mean,
First impression?
it's definitely chewier than Benny, but tastes fine.
Definitely not the tenderness. I mean, like old Mikey P said, when you put some of that stuff on it, it kind of just,
You don't know what the hell you're eating.
yeah, once
That's
you put
true.
the multiple barbecue sauces and the mustard. Kind of just like, well, it's just meat. It's just shredded meat. And it's good, and I've taken now like 6 pinches full, so it's good enough to keep eating it. It's kind of like a 7.5, 8.
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of deal where it's like,
There's definitely some
good.
added chewiness to it.
Mm-hmm. But I would eat it in a sandwich, though, for sure.
You can tell Alex is feeling as we all are right now. Mustard. I don't mind the chewiness when it's at that level of cooked tenderness, you know?
It'd be interesting. We'll try it maybe sometime, throw it in the freezer, or at least in a cooler for a couple days. But for getting a few pounds off of it and cooking it up right away just to try it was essentially
It's
what
better
I
than
wanted.
like most squirrel or rabbit that I've
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
use
yeah.
that for sure, yeah.
You get a lot more meat than a squirrel, too.
Like we were saying before, it's got a flavor, but I like the flavor. It's definitely not some kind of stinky thing that you'll hear people tell you it's gonna be.
If
It tastes like a damn skunk.
Alex was talking
That's on that. That's gonna. I mean, actually, it'll taste like skunk.
All right, we're all just fading real quickly, but we had just enough time to try this coyote out. And I would honestly give it a very solid thumbs up. I would like to try it again sometime. Maybe do a little bit of different prep on it. And I would suggest it to other people because I know people are shooting the heck out of coyotes and it's a lot of meat that just sets around. So try it if you want. If you don't, then don't. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna probably pass out here in 2, maybe 3 minutes. See ya.